basketball brought to you live on TriadSportsCoverage.com by Bibbs Downtown, located at 5th and Spring Streets in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Barbecue with the downtown vibe. I'm Parker Southern, joined by Dottie Baldridge and Mike Petaway to bring you all of the action in tonight's season opener for the Salem Spirits. We are coming to you live from the Reagan Brown Fieldhouse on the campus of Guilford College in Greensboro, North Carolina, as the Spirits are set to square off against the Guilford Quakers. This is a non-conference matchup with Salem from the Great Atlantic South Conference and Guilford from the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. Stay tuned for some great NCAA Division III women's basketball.
Hey, it's Big E, and I'm here with the 2013 Barbecue Pitmasters Alabama champions, Ricky Wayne and Pig Daddy of Bibbs Downtown. Gentlemen, what's it like being reality stars?
Hey, it's almost as good as Bibbs Ribs, baby.
We're not Eastern or Western. We're Western.
I'll tell you one thing, I never trust a skinny cook, and these guys got it going on.
Hey, you can bring your family in, or if you like Biggie, come on in on Friday and get your Bibbs fixed.
It's barbecue with a downtown vibe.
They've got dine-in, takeout, catering, and a private event space. Be sure to follow them on Twitter and Facebook, and you can always check them out at BibbsDowntown.com.
As they have a new head coach, her first season, just what she's going to be doing with the team tonight.
I talked to Coach Maloney a couple nights ago, and she's bringing a whole new game to the Spirits, new philosophy, new coaching strategies. But she said the kids have been working hard. They have accepted what she's trying to bring to the team this year. She's impressed with the hard work and the dedication the players have at practice. And when I was there the other night at practice, they were, of all things, they're practicing layups. She says that one thing that bothers her is wasting layups. And you probably see enough basketball games. How many points are left because someone doesn't execute a layup?
And it's so true. It's so true. And people even, applaud someone like a Tim Duncan, who they just say he is the real fundamental. And you see him, and he goes in there, and he doesn't miss the easy stuff. He might not be able to do some crazy dunk or hit all the threes, but when it comes to an open layup, he's going to make it. He's going to get the 2 points, and it's going to be on the board. And I think, of course, that's what Moni is trying for this season. And to quote what she said out of an article on the website, it said, "A key expectation in the season will be our patience. We are all learning off of each other, and the team is learning an entire new system, of course, with the coach being in. But with the determination that the players have and the drive to succeed, we will have forward progress," which I think goes along, Mike, with exactly what you were talking about.
I will say, on a side note, Coach Maloney, she came from, she's actually a native of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but she was telling me that she coached last year at a college in New York, which was near Buffalo, and we were talking about the 5-foot snow in Buffalo. So she said she was very pleased to be in North Carolina this time of the year.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I remember a couple years ago, there was somewhat of a snowstorm, and, growing up in North Carolina, you get an inch of snow and every school was canceled for a whole week, and I can't even imagine having 5 feet of snow. It was a national record. I think it was 72 inches of snow in less than 24 hours, which that's just phenomenal.
Before we get started here, Mr. Baldridge, you have a headphone on?
Yes, sir, I do have a headphone on.
Donnie's actually a double duty. He's our producer.
I am
and
doing
now
double
he's going to
duty.
be the color analyst for the basketball game.
That's right.
So you're going to have a lot to say.
I'm going to say things like, "Boom goes the dynamite."
But before we get into basketball, I want to give a shout out to the Salem College soccer program, Coach Jay Callahan. That team won again their conference, their regular season, their tournament. They went to the Division III national tournament, but unfortunately, as a number 16 seed, they drew the number 1 seed, Lynchburg, and they were defeated 4-0. But Lynchburg is number 2 in the country.
Wow! And
they have beaten Salem twice this year now. But just the fact that you make it to the national tournament, the final 64 teams in Division III, says a lot about that program. And the basketball program went to the D3 tournament last year.
Yeah, we have the starters.
So the athletic programs at Salem College they're really on the rise, and it's amazing, Parker, how little people know about Salem College right there in Winston-Salem.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because you're overshadowed by Wake Forest and Winston-Salem State. And then you've got all the other schools in the surrounding area. But when I first met the folks at Salem College, I was really impressed with how hard they work and how dedicated they are as coaches and administrators. Melissa Bear is the athletic director. She's been very cooperative. We go over and broadcast soccer games, and they're going to have us do their home games in Winston-Salem. The next game for Salem will be their home opener, and it's going to be on December the 3rd, which is a Wednesday, and it is I think it's a 5:30 tip-off against a team from Nashville.
Yeah, it's Maryville at 5:30. Yes,
right.
sir. Well, something I was really, the little bit I have gotten to learn and study up on Salem is, last year they were the Great South regular season champs, as well as went on to win that conference championship. That was just last year, and they lost 5 seniors, but they have 7 returning players from that championship roster with numbers, and is going to have a great season.
Well, Coach Money said they're going to implement a motion offense, and she said there may be defensive pressure just depending on how the game goes. I know she's the one of the things she was telling me, one of her pet peeves is missing free throws. And they have a drill whereby they have to shoot free throws for so many seconds, and if you miss one, you have to. And you know how athletes hate to run, so.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I remember there was something. I actually grew up, in Winston. I played soccer there for the high school Calvary Baptist. And, there was this thing, and it was called the Cooper test. And we had 12 minutes to run 2 miles. And I remember if you didn't do it in 12 minutes, you had to run it in 12 minutes and 5 seconds.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's just one of those things where you got to do it because you want to be conditioned in the moment. It's real. Then when you're on the court, you can't be thankful enough for it.
It'll be interesting against Guilford. I think you researched and found that Guilford has beaten Salem the last 2 years.
They have, and they've had. Guilford's honestly had some great records over the past 3 years, going 24-5, 22-7, and then 3 years ago 15-12. But they beat Salem the past 2 years, not by a handsome amount, but they have gotten the W, and they have some strong players as well. But one thing I did note, they averaged 17 turnovers per game, and so. Like you were talking about how Coach Monet can't emphasize enough. I think if you can capitalize on those turnovers and get points, easy points, good transition offense, I think that will be one of the main game changers tonight for the Spirits.
And Lauren Ramsey, who came to Guilford by way of North Davidson High School, and I've covered her when she was a high school player. A great guard, great ball handler. So get something started for the Quakers. I think they're getting ready to make some announcements. We have not gotten the starting lineup, I don't believe, have we, Parker?
We haven't. No coaches have talked to me yet either.
Okay. I haven't seen our head coach. I saw her come out momentarily, Coach Money, but she has since disappeared. Break as they do some preliminary here at the arena, and we'll be back.
Today, community means more than the place you live. It's groups of people connected by shared interests and similar experiences. Your yoga class, your work colleagues, your book club. With all the communities in your life, shouldn't there be one for your financial life? We're First Community. Financial experts here to work with you on your personal, business, investments, and insurance needs. That's the power of community.
Hey, it's Biggie, and I'm here with the 2013 Barbecue Pitmasters Alabama champions Ricky Wayne and Pig Daddy of Bibbs Downtown. Gentlemen, what's it like being reality stars?
Hey, it's almost as good as Bibbs Ribs, baby.
We're not Eastern or Western, we're Western.
I'll tell you one thing, I never trust a skinny cook, and these guys got it going on.
Hey, you can bring your family in, or if you like Biggie, come on in on Friday and get your Bibbs fixed.
It's barbecue with a downtown vibe.
They've got dine-in, takeout, catering, and a private event space. Be sure to follow them on Twitter and Facebook, and you can always check them out at BibbsDowntown.com.
Is your business going to die alone? Never meet the customers of its dreams? Just sit on the couch crying into a carton of ice cream while other businesses are out there thriving? New Expression can help. Without the right marketing, you're a wallflower. Without a great website, you're not going to turn heads. And without social media, you don't even have a friend to tell people what a great personality you have. New Expression can give your business a total brand makeover and get you out there, attracting customers. It used to be about who had the biggest ad in the phone book. Today, customers hit the web to locate and research before they call. If Google isn't steering customers to your site or they're not impressed by what they see, you're missing out. New Expression does web design and can provide a free analysis to see how your site stacks up against the competition. Don't have time to constantly update social media? Want cool custom apps and graphics? New Expression can help there too. From print design to mobile marketing to online presence to brand identity, New Expression can help you express yourself. Find out more at nuexpression.com.
And we're back live from Guilford College in, I usually say beautiful Winston-Salem, so beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina.
There you go.
It's definitely a hidden gem. I as a sophomore at UNCG, I had never even heard about the school. You know, you talk about the UNCs and the Dukes and the Wakes, as you mentioned earlier, but Greensboro is a beautiful city. It's got a lot happening too. So,
I know quite a few of our football players that I covered in high school that chose to come to Guilford and play. It's a great opportunity for a high school player to continue playing in a D3 environment, and same with the basketball players. I know when Coach Money was talking to me the other day, she talked about recruiting and how she's going to try to find local players. I think she has one from Winston-Salem Prep that is committed to come next year and play basketball for the Spirits. A school like Salem, obviously a small school, all-girls school, like 1,000 students, not a lot of money in a travel budget to go recruiting. So, you know, I know their soccer coach, Mr. Callahan, said that he goes to these soccer showcases in Raleigh and finds most of his players, and they come from all over the country, but they're in these big showcase tournaments, and that's a good way to see some of the best players that competing against, you know, equal talent.
and that's definitely so. I was looking into the roster for Guilford even, and I think you say it right, where there's definitely good talent. There's no lack of talent here, and even in Division III women's basketball, but there's a lot of people, you know, here we are in Greensboro, from Advance, Lexington, High Point, Greensboro, Yadkinville, Eden, Winston-Salem, like you're saying. So a lot of the talent is local, where, again, the budget is probably not too high for recruiting and even scholarship.
Mr. Boulder, are you still awake?
I'm still here. I'm running the show behind the scenes, it sounds like.
Now, Donnie did a football game for me when I was out of town this fall, and I think you did you make the comment that I may not want to come back? I think it was you that made that comment.
I tend to make comments about you a lot.
Yeah, I understand. Some people saying, but they mean it the wrong way, I think.
So what do you think is going to be the driving factor tonight for the Spirits? What are they going to need to do to get the win here coming into Greensboro?
You know, I think with the new coach and the new scheme, I think they're going to have to, as Coach Money said, they're going to have to be patient. Going to have to not turn the ball over, take advantage of everything that they can, and not give up easy baskets. I mean, coming in and not beating this team for 2 years in a row, it's going to be a challenge for them, and hopefully they'll be up to it.
I couldn't agree more. And again, sort of to hit on Guilford a little bit, I think for them as well, they've had good records the past couple years. They have one sophomore, Anise Weatherly, when 0.5 points per game. which leads the team, as well as 12.5 rebounds.
Moment. That was the national anthem being played before tonight's ball game, and I'm going to be stepping out of the booth and becoming a cameraman. And Mr. Ballers, you're going to have to get your voice ready.
Me,
because
you,
you're going to be taking over. So you guys have a good game, and I will go take some pictures.
Thank you so much,
Sounds
Mike.
great, Mike.
Tonight's starters for the Quakers. They have Jeanette Taylor, Lauren Ramsey, Brittany Drew, Kayla Katia, and Anise Weatherly. And they're doing the starting lineup as we speak for Salem Spirits. It looks like right now we have number 13, Quatisha Lewis, number 21, Crystal Lolis, number 22, Alexiana Bush, and number 1, Makila Silvers, and number 24, Zakia Henderson. Your Salem Spirits are in all blue kits with yellow stripes on the shorts. And the Guilford College Quakers are in all white with red outlines. Burgundy, I guess you'd say, Donnie.
I would say that is burgundy.
Burgundy. We need to describe all these things to you. Make sure everyone can see. And again, they're doing the lineups right now for the Guilford College. Not a very packed house tonight. I don't think you would say, Donnie. Maybe 50 people?
I would say about 50, maybe 60.
Maybe 60. Well, again, as Mike was talking about earlier, I think tonight's matchup is going to be a very interesting one, of course, for Salem having their first-year coach. This is the first game of the season for them. They have a lot to learn. Really and truly, they can only go up. Last year, of course, being a championship-winning team as well as regular season championship. I think it has a good squad. Again, as we mentioned, they have 7 of the returning roster from last year. Only 5 seniors gone. It's going to be very interesting to see how they do it. Patience is going to be a huge word tonight that I think is going to have
having the returning players coming back.
in their first 2 games, as well as 12.5 rebounds. So they're going to have to shut her down. And Salem wins the tip-off. Swings it to the key to number 13, Quintisha Lewis. Number 1, Micaiah Silvers has the ball. Shifts it right. They're trying to get up. Guilford pokes that one right out before they had any time to have anything happen. Amos throws it into Silvers. She's trying to bring it around. Guilford's playing really good defense under the goal, and that's a steal for Guilford. She takes it down the court, and that's and she misses it. Gets the rebound.
She gets her own rebound, puts it back up.
And as we said right there's Anise Weatherly. She misses the layup on the fast break, but then catches the rebound right away. Too much height there. 2-pointer away for Salem. That one's short. Hits the backboard and bounces off.
Guilford gets the rebound, rushes back down the court, takes a quick shot, misses. Rebound by number 22, Bush.
And Donnie, I think you said it perfectly. Continuity is such a big part of it. Both teams seem a little bit rushed as we speak right now. Just sort of playing, I guess you could even say like a little bit hectic almost. Where
a little street ball where it's running back and forth, back and forth.
I would agree. And there was a foul.
Foul on number 21.
Senior Jeanette Taylor is going to be playing point guard tonight. And there's a 3, and that one bounces out. Annette Taylor has the ball right at midcourt. She's bringing it up, looking for options. Salem's playing a good D so far.
Dumps it in.
Annette Weatherly underneath, and again, there's another 2 for her. Minutes to go in the half as the Quakers lead the Spirits 4-0. A drive, and that one's bounced away too, but a rebound gets poked out. Guilford's taking it back down the court. Looking for an option. She finds a hole.
Weatherly with a drive into the right side, makes the layup.
And I think we can't emphasize it enough. Number 24 for the Quakers, Anise Weatherly. She has just been dominant tonight, already having all 6 points. And there's a bank shot by number 21, Crystal Lullis, for the Spirits. And now they're on the board. She dishes it out. Quakers trying to find a shot, but the Spirits shut that down.
Salem with the rebound, pushing it. This is a really fast-paced game right now with these good ladies.
Yeah, and there's a lot of...
The turnover and number 10.
And that's 2 points for number 10 again.
Jeanette Taylor. She had the steal and then took it all the way down the court. We got a timeout here.
Well, Donnie, I think we both sort of realized maybe what both teams need to work on. There's a lot of just rushing in this game right now, and I think both teams need to take a breath, step back, take this game a little bit slower, because at the rate they're going right now, there's just turnover, mistake with the occasional shot.
Sounds like a lot of high energy, a lot of nerves coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're seeing running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Which I think, being the first game of the season for the Spirits, they're right now down 17-21 to go in the half, 8-2. Quakers lead the Spirits, and I think they're just getting, like you said, some pregame jitters out. First game of the season, a little bit uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Salem Sievers brings the ball down the court, drives it into the paint, passes it back to number 13, ball out of bounds.
And that was probably one of the better looks they've had tonight, where they actually sort of created some offense. I saw her going down, trying to find someone in the middle, and that was just good defense by the Quakers. Not much you can do there.
Sievers bringing the ball in underneath the basket. Looking for an opening. Salem up at the top. We got a foul. Foul with a hand check on the Guilford ladies. Lolis is now going to bring in the tossing the ball from the far sideline to Sievers. Sievers gets the ball up at the top. Dribbles around, passes it in to number 13, Lewis. Lewis has a shot blocked. Weatherford is bringing the ball in about half court. Loses the handle and throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was just a really quick play. They got away from both teams there. I think a great matchup tonight that's going to really be a determinant in this game is number 1, Silvers, versus number 10, Taylor. Because both point guards are really strong. Silvers has really been almost shut down a little bit, having to play really defensively, even offensively. And there's a turnover for her again. Weatherly's taking it down the court, looking like she's going to take it to the hoop. She backs up. And that's a foul. Oh, and she makes the three anyway.
Way before the shot. I think that was on.
No continuation there. I don't think there's such thing on a three-point continuation. And
number 15, Drew for Guilford, is bringing in on the sideline. Passes it into number 10, Taylor. Looks like Guilford's starting to slow it down. Salem's in a man-to-man defense.
You can definitely see Guilford starting to get into their groove with a great under the basket pass to Weatherly. She puts it up for another 2. And with 16 minutes in the half, Quakers have an early lead of 10-4.
Sievers is slowing the pace down a little bit, trying to get control of this game. Passes it in to number 13, Lewis. He passes it back. It was almost a turnover right there. Number 24, Henderson brings in the ball, drives it down the lane, left-handed layup, miss. Weatherly with the rebound.
And that's what you're going to see a lot of tonight. She had a huge jump up. Oh, and great block by the Spirits there, trying to get it down under, but they said no. Shot from deep 2. That one rounds out. And jump ball possession goes to the Quakers.
Rena Shepard comes into the game, number 32. Looks like she's going to anchor down that middle there. Looks like they're going into a 3-2 zone. Salem. Ball passed in from behind the goal all the way up to the top of the key. Taylor back with the ball. Passes it. Salem. Sievers bringing the ball down the court. Weatherly gets a steal at half court. Takes it all the way in. Right-handed layup.
And that's exactly what, Monet was talking about with her team, where when you have that kind of breakaway and you're right there, you really can't be missing those easy layups.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a recipe for success here.
Especially with the fast break and the speed that these girls are going at tonight. You really have to pace yourself and use the glass. Use a little bit more touch. Salem's got the ball here at the top of the key with Sievers, who's working the ball in. We got a blocking foul. On Salem, number 13, Lewis. This is her first foul.
And we've seen, honestly, a lot of unnecessary fouls here tonight. There hasn't seemed to be, a good drive and someone just tries to wrap them up to stop those easy 2 points. It's been a lot of
wild pass, turnover. Salem's got the ball, drives down the court, left-handed. And Guilford breaks it down for an easy layup by Ramsey's, number 12. Sievers slowing the pace down. Brings the ball in about half court.
And as the game starts off now, there seems to be a couple people tripping in here at the end, probably up to about 75 people now.
Pass going to Lolis. This turnover. Guilford's got the ball. Ramsey's bringing it down the court. Passes it to Taylor. Takes a jump shot at the wing.
Shot right there. Bounced around out there for a couple seconds. Substitution on the way.
Henderson for Salem brings the ball down the court. Guarded by Ramsey over the front. Tight defense. Passes it inside to number 32. Shepard makes the layup.
And that was a great drive. That's what I'm sure they want to see all night. She just powered her way in there.
Gifford really pushing the ball down the court. Taylor's got the ball, passes it over to Drew, takes the three-pointer miss. Out of bounds. Salem ball.
Substitution for Guilford, number 2, Miranda Martin, as well as Amy Steller.
Give their starters a breather right now. We got a timeout on the court.
And Keenan Amos is the substitution in for the Spirits.
Now, Parker, I've seen, it looks like the pace is starting to slow down a little bit. Now, it's really heated fast breaks on the turnovers. But it looks like everybody's into the groove instead of this wild running back and forth. And I think that first timeout, both coaches pulled the reins back in and told the ladies to calm down and just work the ball for an open shot.
I couldn't agree more, and I think you have seen that a little bit. Again, 13-3 to go in the half. By both teams, by the handlers, as well as not as many low percentage passes, trying to get a behind the back, look like underneath the basket, more just controlled, running the plays, doing the books. And I think that comes, like anything else, you just have to take a deep breath and you just have to play the game because these girls know the plays. They know how to do it. There's just a little bit of, frustration, a little bit of nervousness there.
We're coming out of the timeout. Guilford on the floor waiting for Salem to come out. Salem ball. Ball inbounded at the end of the court to Sievers, bringing the ball up the court. We got a sub here for the Quakers. Quick turnover by Salem, who gets the ball right back in a layup.
That was a very interesting pass on the ground by number 13, Quatisha Lewis. She found her teammate for the easy layup. They were off guard, didn't think they would get the ball back.
Brittany Drew with a lot of wild balls flying around. Jordan Brown. Sievers bringing the ball down the court.
And I'm seeing a lot of ball watching by Salem tonight where maybe they're taking a three, everyone rushes over, and then they just expect it to go in or expect it to round out. And then there was just an open rebound right there for Guilford, and they easily got that back into the game.
Taylor with a three, misses. Drew with the rebound. Guilford bringing the ball down the court. Fast break, passes the ball to Ramses. Loses the ball, gets it back, passes to Drew. Back and forth all the way across the court. Pass to Amy Stiller. Dump inside. Kick back out to Drew for a three-pointer. Made it.
And that's the first three of the night by number 15, Brittany Drew. Great look, great pass, good team play there for them. They lead now 19-10 over the Spirits.
Sievers driving the ball down in the paint, takes a layup, makes it. She just took it all the way coast to coast. Full court pressure here by the Lady Salem. With a hard foul by number 13, Lewis, on Ramses.
Yeah, that was definitely the pressure they wanted. Quakers have a substitution, number 20, Heaven Walter. She comes into the game.
That's Lewis's second foul. She's going to take a breather. Number 2, Martin for Guilford makes the layup. Sievers bringing the ball down the court.
And I think it's going to be really important tonight for Bush and Shepard, both 22 and 32, under the basket on offense. On defense, they're going to have to just put up some type of competition because they're really just getting walked under on rebounds right now. There's hardly any pressure.
Wild play, resetting it back up with Sievers up here at the top. Passes the ball to the wing. There's a blocking foul as she's driving it down the court by Sievers. Lauren Ramsey's take. And she misses one. Her technique's a little wild. It's more like she's pushing the ball instead of shooting it. Quick shot inside, miss. Rebound, Guilford with a good fight underneath. Three-pointer, number 20, Haven Walters.
And on that play, Caitlin Clark, number 21 for the Quakers, she just came in and she just manhandled her. She took that ball right out of her hands. They actually got the rebound that time, but she came in and she said no, dished it right back out, and got 2 or 3 on the board. It really isn't a game like this.
Trapped down in the corner here with number 24. Guilford gets the turnover, running down on a fast break. Fouled on the shot is number 2, Martin.
And I think for the Spirits tonight, I'm seeing a little bit of confusion on the team. I think on the fast breaks, Spirits don't quite know where they need to be under the baskets, guarding the people who they're supposed to be guarding. And I've seen a lot of that. And I think it's resulting in, obviously, just a lot of points. And that free throw is good.
It's good. Now that had a lot of arc on it.
That was a shot. That wasn't a push. That's Miranda Martin, number 2. The Winston-Salem native from R.J. Reynolds. She's a sophomore.
Got her second shot here. She misses the front.
You're not quite sure how that happened. The first one was a perfect switch. The second one,
just a little bit too much arc.
Yeah, didn't quite get there. It was an air ball on the free throw. SC top 10.
Sievers bringing the ball down the court. Met up top by Stiller. She's driving it in on the left-hand side. A quick foul right across the front from Stiller.
Yeah, and something the Quakers are doing tonight that seems to be it's producing some fruit. They're getting these point guards or some of the bigger, the forwards in a corner or so, and they're just really playing hard defense right on them, and they have no options.
Quick inbound pass.
That's a deep 2 for number 22, Alexiana Bush, excuse me.
Ball down, they're working around the perimeter again. A lot of high passes. From the corner, number 21 shoots a 3, miss, rebound, 52, Henderson. Brown, excuse me. Sievers pushing the ball down the court, passes it quickly to Henderson. Pass shot, miss. Guilford with the ball. We're bringing it back down the court. This is speeding up here.
Yeah, again, I think we're starting to see a little bit of that rush, and there's a 3 away by the Quakers. And that
Still
one
a three-point miss. Walters with the rebound miss. Rebound, Salem. Sievers bringing the ball down the court.
And Amy Steller is guarding Sievers tonight, and she is playing some really high defense, with immediate pressure from the inbound.
I haven't seen Sievers take a break the whole game.
No. And there's an offensive foul.
Pass the ball inside to Bush.
Oh, excuse me, defensive foul. Here, shoot 2 shots for number 22.
That was on Miranda Martin.
And this is Bush with her first shot, getting the footing right, and that one's up. And she makes it.
Very nice. That had good rotation on it. She shot from the knees. It sounds like fundamental. They were really working hard on fundamentals.
We have 8 minutes and 6 seconds left to go here in the half. Quakers lead the Spirits 27-15. Here's the second shot. Oh, fundamental right there. I think you said it perfect. You saw it in the knees. You saw it in the arc. That was a good 2 shots. Good 2 points.
Stiller for the Quakers brings the ball down the court.
For the Quakers. Alex Payne, the High Point native, played at North Davidson. She's a senior.
Front of the end. Salem pushing the ball down the court. Sievers met by Stiller. Drives to the right-hand side. Nothing open. Pass it to Henderson. Top. Calling the play. To Bush.
That was a great look. That had potential right there. Just a little bit of Butterfinger hands there for Bush.
Weatherly's just come back into the game. I haven't seen her in a few minutes. Quick pass underneath. Shot missed. Tapped out of bounds. Going to Guilford.
Yeah, and I think Guilford is playing a great game tonight. You know, as a Spirits Radio, sometimes you just got to respect the good players, and Weatherly is back in the game. We've already seen her making an impact. Quakers are just having a phenomenal game. They're just passing it really well. Of course, as I say that, there's a turnover.
Turnover. Full court pass all the way down here to Henderson. Turnover. Guilford with the ball back.
Felt her knee, but I think she's good. She's playing just as strong.
Haven Walters on the wing, holding the ball. Pat dumps it off inside. Oh, in between two Salem players. Turnover. Henderson with the ball, bringing it down the court. Wow, with a 4-on-2 fast break, takes the ball into the middle of the paint, gets fouled. Henderson with 2 shots coming up. Looks like we got a timeout on the court.
And Coach Stephanie Flamini seems to be wanting a little bit of a change-up. She puts 3 girls in for the substitution. Number 4, number 5, and number 10. Ellie James, Kayla Scott, and Jeanette Taylor. Now, Donnie, I have to ask the question. Do you think, obviously the Spirits are struggling a little bit tonight, 6 minutes to go, 28. It's going to get this game changing. I mean, they've made some of their free throws. I think they're 50% right now. What do you think it's going to be that they're going to need to just sort of change this game?
Salem's offense looks a little stagnant right now, where they're coming in, they're getting into their spots, and they're waiting for the ball instead of working together as a team, setting some picks off the ball to make people to get people open. And I think that's what's happening is they're doing a lot of forcing shots and forcing passes.
Yeah, I agree. What it looks like, a lot of the shots and the scores they have made, a lot of them have just been, really single-handedly, where one girl will get a good little break, fast break, she may get under the net right time. I haven't really seen a lot of great team play, what's the word? Continuity? How do you say it?
That's continuity.
Continuity. That's such a hard one. Haven't seen a lot of continuity and, just great team play. And again, patience. That's the word we were looking for tonight, and I haven't seen much of it either. But I think if they start to slow it down, really try to work the ball down there under the paint, maybe swing it all around the key, get the Quakers moving, tire them out a little bit, have to sub them out. I think this is going to be a change for them.
Coming back in from the timeout, Henderson gets 2 free throws, steps up to the line. Shot is up. Off the back of the rim. Preparing for her second shot. Shot up. Also off the back of the rim. Quakers with the rebound.
And she had a little bit, there was a little bit of pause. She'd go down into a bended position, wait a couple seconds, and then shoot it. A very interesting free throw formation. Never seen that.
Well, it's not fun to practice free throws. It's fun to practice a lot more of the deep shots and layups. Quakers with a nice rotation in here. Jamie Ellis with the easy layup in a basket.
Yeah, and I think that right there is exactly what the Spirits. Oh, there's a 3.
Very nice. Shepard with a 3-pointer for Salem.
Wow, quick dish there from the inside, actually back to the outside to one of the big girls, and she swishes it.
She didn't hesitate 1 minute. Quakers with the ball stuck in the corner as Ellis passes it underneath the basket to Weatherly. Easy layup, bucket.
Pardon them, honestly, and they're just swinging it all around the court.
Severs with a drive on the right-hand side, miss. Weatherly with the rebound, pushing the ball down the court is Scott for Guilford. Also going to the right-hand side, layup, miss. Weatherly with the rebound, bucket.
One of Wes Miller, the head coach for UNCG, one of his fundamentals is you got to have some stop, steal, and some points. And I think that's what right now Salem wants to do. They need to make some stops, get this game slowed down in their favor. Patience. I mean, right there we see Silver's 3v1. She's just getting pressured. Gets fouled. And now it's 5 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Quakers lead the Spirits 34-19. Spirits have 7 fouls. Quakers have 6.
Number 22 on the sideline here, inbounding the ball to Henderson. It's about half court. Wow, there's some really tight D here by the Quakers. Shepard with the ball inside. Oh, easy shot. Nice little baby hook.
I mean, I think we've seen a lot better handling tonight from Henderson than Silvers. She's just been really pressured hard. But I think Henderson's been doing a great job dishing it as well as getting around the paint, as well as shooting. And there's trying to be a steal for her.
Baseline drive here by the Quakers. Weatherly with the rebound and another basket. Weatherly's really starting to take over this glass down here on the offensive end.
Oh, yeah, you see her presence immediately. She comes back in the game. She's the tallest one out there, and she's just dominating. She's dominating the boards as well as the putback in the layups.
Oh, Lolis with the travel. She picked where to go.
And that's the substitution, number 23 in for number 14, Alex Payne, 23, Kayla Katia. Here's 2 shots for Weatherly.
It's a 1-and-1, actually.
Oh, excuse me.
Weatherly with the first shot. Up. Nice make.
Not really much surprise there. Easy shot for her. Here's the second one.
Off the back of the rim. Rebound by Shepard, who's quickly fouled by Guilford.
Quakers still lead the Spirits 37-21, 18 fouls for the guests here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Salem, 7 for the home team, Quakers. We go down to the other end of the court with 2 shots. Oh, is it 1-and-1?
There's also 1-and-1.
It is also
we just entered into the bonus.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Basket, some high fives. Bush with the second shot. Second shot good, just over the front of the rim.
Great 2 shots, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think she's perfect on her free throws tonight. I don't know, she's had 4 now. I think she's made all 4.
Yes.
Good night for Bush so far. She's been doing a lot of work.
Scott driving the ball in, gets to the top of the key, shoots it, miss. Turnover, Salem pushing the ball down with the fierceness. There's nobody to pass to, nobody down inside the key, and they're just taking shots. Shot miss, rebound, Guilford. Number 52, Jordan Brown. Pass the outlet ball to Kayla Scott, who's bringing the ball down the court, slows the pace down. Pass to Ellis. Pass to Payne. Dumps it inside. Back up top to Payne. Up to Scott, who shoots a three. Off the front of the rim, miss. Henderson's pushing the ball down the court. 2-on-1 break, 2-on-2.
And right there, I think we saw the same thing happen again. All 5 players touching it, trying to find a good shot for the Quakers. Salem now. Henderson with the
23. Just set her feet and just waited for her to show up.
Yeah, we got to give credit, though, to Salem there. They had a great play. It looks like she was going up with the charge, but she dished it right off to Bush. Bush got the 2 points, but was back through the foul. That was some good team play. I think Coach would be happy for that.
Scott using some pace, bringing the ball down the court for Guilford. Bad pass. Henderson intercepts it, driving down the court. Left-handed layup. Oh, off the back. Miss. Willis goes for the rebound, just knocks it out of bounds. Guilford ball.
And I think to even quote Coach Monet, she said, we're all learning off each other. This team is learning an entire new system. And I think right there, we saw a little bit of that. That was a good fast break. Had an opportunity, just was rushed and didn't get it.
Scott just drives the ball into the middle of the defense, lays up a shot, miss, rebound for Salem. We got a pushing foul over here for Guilford off of Scott. And it looks like Bush is going back to the line. Hopefully she'll continue her hot streak. So 1-and-1 shot, 1-and-1 attempt. Bush comes up to the line. Takes one solid bounce. Shot is up. Off the back of the rim. Just off. That was her first miss of the night. Ellis pushing the ball down the court. Passes it off to number 15, Drew, who back to Ellis. Ellis back to Drew. Drew with the shot. Three-pointer off the side of the rim. Rebound. Guilford. Guilford shot. Rebound. And Drew with the putback.
And, Donnie, I think we have seen that exact play multiple numbers of times tonight where it's a missed shot and Salem just cannot get the rebound. Weatherly not even in the game right now. You just see them dominating the boards. And I'll be curious to see how many rebounds, at halftime they have had.
Guilford is really doing a good job of staying underneath the basket and just claiming rebound position. Salem is having a hard time. They're still trying to space themselves out. And there's a made shot by Guilford. But Salem's still too far away from the basket. They need to bring themselves in. They need to be ready for an offensive rebound and an easy putback.
Yep. And we're now 50 seconds to go. 50.2 seconds, as the Quakers lead the Spirits 41-23.
Salem Collins drives down the left side of the lane, shoots a left-handed layup, gets fouled in the act, is up on the line now for 2 shots. First shot.
No bounce.
Off the side of the rim and out.
And that rim doesn't seem to want to have any give. It just hits it right off like a brick.
It looks like she's bending over like she's just exhausted right now. Collins with the second shot, also off the back of the rim.
Move, and that's toss up just wide of the goal.
Scott with the rebound, pushing it down the court with 1 second. Just bounces off the rim and out. So we're going into halftime. 45-23. Quakers over the Spirits.
Yeah, and Donnie, I think there's no other way to say it. Patience was not executed there for Salem. I think they had some good looks. I think Bush had a great half, definitely the MVP of that half with her shots as well as her rebounds and the put-ups she got to have. But I think Salem is going to need a quick little talk right here. Coach Monet is going to get their head straight, come back out here, play strong Spirit basketball, and maybe just try to get their head straight.
Let's go ahead. Let's take a minute for a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Biggie, and I'm here with the 2013 Barbecue Pitmasters Alabama champions, Ricky Wayne and Pig Daddy of Bibbs Downtown. Gentlemen, what's it like being reality stars?
Hey, it's almost as good as Bibbs Ribs, baby.
We're not Eastern or Western, we're Western.
I'll tell you one thing, I never trust a skinny cook, and these guys got it going on.
Hey, you can bring your family in, or if you like Biggie, come on in on Friday and get your Bibbs fixed.
It's barbecue with a downtown vibe.
They've got dine-in, takeout, catering, and a private event space. Be sure to follow them on Twitter and Facebook, and you can always check them out at BibbsDowntown.com.
Is your business going to die alone? Never meet the customers of its dreams? Just sit on the couch crying into a carton of ice cream while other businesses are out there thriving? New Expression can help. Without the right marketing, you're a wallflower. Without a great website, you're not going to turn heads. And without social media, you don't even have a friend to tell people what a great personality you have. New Expression can give your business a total brand makeover and get you out there, attracting customers. It used to be about who had the biggest ad in the phone book. Today, customers hit the web to locate and research before they call. If Google isn't steering customers to your site or they're not impressed by what they see, you're missing out. New Expression does web design and can provide a free analysis to see how your site stacks up against the competition. Don't have time to constantly update social media? Want cool custom apps and graphics? New Expression can help there too. From print design to mobile marketing to online presence to brand identity, New Expression can help you express yourself. Find out more at nuexpression.com.
Today, community means more than the place you live. It's groups of people connected by shared interests and similar experiences. Your yoga class, your work colleagues, your book club. With all the communities in your life, shouldn't there be one for your financial life? We're First Community, financial experts here to work with you on your personal, business, investments, and insurance needs. That's the power of community.
Well, welcome back to Greensboro, North Carolina. Tonight we have the matchup between the Guilford College Quakers and the Winston-Salem Spirits. Right now, the Quakers are leading them 45-23. And Donnie, I think that
for a couple of timeouts, but Guilford's really just taken off here against Salem.
Yeah, and we sort of talked a little bit. We saw some of the quotes from Monet before, where the coach was saying, it's an entire new system. We got to have determination. We got to have just this drive to succeed.
A lot of trying to learn a new system and trying to learn where you're supposed to be at the right time. And I think that's what we're really seeing is just that struggle of being in the right place at the right time. There haven't really been bad shots. There haven't really been bad passes or anything, but it's just a lot of out of position for offensive rebounds. Salem's just not getting the rebounds that they need to make instead of shooting a 19-footer, having a 2-foot layup underneath just with a good, solid rebound. Salem's got the size and they got the power to be able to create the space they need to get these offensive rebounds. But
one, even 3-on-1, even 5-on-1, where just one player will take it in. And I don't care who you are, that's a hard basket to go to. But moving over to Guilford, I think in order for them to stay in this game as well, they're really dominating the paint. and I think that's almost unanimously said, they're just dominating the paint. They're getting all the rebounds, both offensively and defensively, and I think if they want to see the score stay where it is, they're just going to keep playing like that. That's going to have to be something where, Bush, Henderson's going to have to work it a little bit harder down underneath. They're just going to have to body them up. They're going to have to play strong, play big. And another interesting thing, we haven't seen much of Anise Weatherly. Definitely their start player. She came in a little bit, really just dominated for a little while, and then I think Coach took her out because, as we said again, it's 45-23 right now in the Quakers' favor. And so I don't know that they're necessarily wanting to use all of her right now.
Yeah, there's a long time right there in the very middle of the first half where Weatherly was just hanging out on the bench, and the Quakers continued to push the score, push the ball, push the score. And when Weatherly came back in, you really felt a different team for the Quakers out there. Weatherly was dominating on the inside, had nice touch with outside of the paint for the Quakers, and they're just really dominating that inside.
Yeah, and again, to maybe go to the point guards / shooting guards for Salem, she's been doing. She's very quick. Probably more than she would like to have, but I'll be interested to see who Coach starts here in the second half, or if she puts them both in.
That's right. With this new system, everybody's going to have to learn new positions and the way to play their position too. And this team's got to get an identity to be able to really focus down and know where each other is at the right time. It's just like we were talking about, continuity. It's not just continuity within the team, it's continuity with the game plan.
Oh, yeah.
And just really working the game plan down and knowing your spot, knowing where to be at the right time.
Yeah, and I think that, of course, comes... I mean, you can practice and practice. When you put the jersey on, the lights turn on in the gymnasium, and you're out here on the court, no matter how many times you practice the drills, no matter how many times it's been executed perfectly, at home in practice, when you're on the road, especially in a game like this, Friday night, there's some uncomfortableness to it. And I think you're right. I think those hiccups and bumps and, things like that, they'll work out as the season goes on. I don't think there's any way at all that we could sit here and judge the rest of Salem's season based on this game. They have had some great looks. We've definitely seen some light from the team tonight. But I think it'll be interesting to see how they play the second half, if they can turn it around, because they are a championship-winning team. They last year won the conference. Again, non-conference game, but they have the potential.
Being so far down, it looks like it's going to be another long-range shooting and rebounds.
Yeah.
And Sabrina Shepard, the only one with a three-pointer over here for Salem, she's got a nice and get her open for a good shot outside to kind of bring this ball back in and really pressure Guilford back. Guilford's really slowing the tempo down. They know we've done our job. We don't have to score a whole lot more. We just have to kill the clock.
Yeah, and you mentioned this earlier, Donnie. I think the percentage of their shots, like high percentage shot or a low percentage shot, I think you're right. A 19-foot out shot, it's rushed with a hand in the face. That's not the shot Salem's looking for tonight. They want to get, down underneath, maybe a no-looker pass where it's just an easy layup, or swing the ball around the key so much, Quakers' heads are turning, and all of a sudden they get a good look from three. Like I think what happened in the first half where they got that three, and that's definitely that's what they're looking for tonight. And that comes from continuity, and that comes from just a good feel of the game.
Shared interests and similar experiences. your yoga class, your work colleagues, your book club. With all the communities in your life, shouldn't there be one for your financial life? We're First Community, financial experts here to work with you on your personal, business, investments, and insurance needs. That's the power of community.
And Pig Daddy of Bibs Downtown. Gentlemen, what's it like being reality stars?
Hey, it's almost as good as Bibs Ribs, baby.
We're not Eastern or Western, we're Western.
I'll tell you one thing, I never trust a skinny cook, and these guys got it going on.
Hey, you can bring your family in, or if you like Biggie, come on in on Friday and get your bibs fixed.
It's barbecue with a downtown vibe.
They've got dine-in, takeout, catering, and a private event space. Be sure to follow them on Twitter and Facebook, and you can always check them out at bibsdowntown.com.
Is your business going to die alone? Never meet the customers of its dreams? Just sit on the couch crying into a carton of ice cream while other businesses are out there thriving? New Expression can help. Without the right marketing, you're a wallflower. Without a great website, you're not going to turn heads. And without social media, you don't even have a friend to tell people what a great personality you have. New Expression can give your business a total brand makeover and get you out there, attracting customers. It used to be about who had the biggest ad in the phone book. Today, customers hit the web to locate and research before they call. If Google isn't steering customers to your site or they're not impressed by what they see, you're missing out. New Expression does web design and can provide a free analysis to see how your site stacks up against the competition. Don't have time to constantly update social media? Want cool custom apps and graphics? New Expression can help there too. From print design to mobile marketing to online presence to brand identity, New Expression can help you express yourself. Find out more at nuexpression.com.
And we're back here in Greensboro, North Carolina with 2 minutes to go until the start of the second half. The Salem Spirits are out on the court now. Looks like Coach is talking to them right now, sort of trying to get their heads in the game. Donnie, it's been an exciting game so far, I think. We've had some good looks.
It has definitely. It's been a high scoring game. 45 points in one half. You don't see a lot of the
0.5 points per game. And so we have 45 already. Unless Salem comes out with just a very strong defensive second half, I think they're about to bump that number up a little bit.
That is right. I would definitely expect Guilford to just allow the clock to be their friend and just really slow this pace down.
Salem definitely has. They've done a good job of that tonight. Where you and I both noticed right there at the start of the game, there was just a sense of almost hostility, where it's just rush down the court. Let's just get a shot up. Let's not even think about it. Let's just get it up. And it wasn't just for Salem; it was for the Quakers as well. And we saw both teams pull, take it out of fifth gear. Let's bring it down a little bit. Let's 20 give you a free point here. And as you guys probably heard, that's the buzzer. 20 minutes on the clock. And it looks like it's going to be Salem possession.
Salem back in with their starters. Seaver, who sat out the last portion of that first half. She's bringing the ball down the court. Met up top. Hard pick by Amos over here with a foul called on her.
She looked like she had a little bit of movement in that pick. That wasn't quite stationary.
So you know that was the play the coach drew up. She said, set up a pick, get Severs open. She did. Bringing the ball down for the Quakers is Jeanette Taylor. Inbound, passes the ball into number 23 with a quick shot off the iron. Rebound, Quakers by Lauren Ramses, who was fouled.
And we see Weatherly. She is back in the game now. Already touched the ball there once, but that was a great turnaround look shot by number 12, Lauren Ramsey. That freshman guard, she just got the ball and she just threw it right up.
Amos with her second foul in under a minute. Inbounds the ball into number 23. Quick into Weatherly. Hook shot off the back of the rim. Rebound. Amos pushing the ball down the court. Met quickly by the Quakers. Passes Seaver. Seaver into the middle of the offense. Drives in to the right-hand side. Misses. The scramble on the floor. Ladies on the floor. Quaker ball.
That right there is number 13, Lewis. Quintisha. Gosh, I can't read it. Quintisha Lewis, where that was the first we've seen that all night. She faked the shot, then tried to drive under, and she got blocked, but that's definitely something they want to be seeing. That's a good look.
Yep.
Trying to drive it under the basket.
Quakers with the ball, driving on the left-hand side as Taylor makes a left-handed layup. Pushing the ball back down the court. Severs setting up the play.
And Salem's already drawn 2 fouls here already. Quakers have none.
By Lolis.
Yes, Donnie, that was a miss. That did not get any glass, any net, any rim. Not quite sure what she saw that we didn't, but we'll give it to her.
I think she had one more pass that she needed to a wide-open Severs on the wing. Guilford with a three-point shot missed. Now it's a fast break, 2-on-1. Henderson driving the ball down, passes the ball. Oh, quick turnover. Taylor gets the ball, pushes down, drives in, gets a foul, misses the shot.
And I want to rewind there for a second on that fast break for Salem. I think that right there is the mesh that Salem doesn't quite have, where it looked like she was trying to give her an offload pass, sort of trying to draw the defender away, and she threw it straight to Guilford. And you hate to see that. It was a good run, good play, good chance for 2 points.
That's right. Taylor up at the line. First shot. Makes it. Couple of high fives here and there. Second shot. It's up. And in. Jeanette Taylor with 2 shots back to back. Salem pushing the ball down the court. Weatherly meeting at half court. Severs dumps it on the inside to Lewis, and Lewis just couldn't handle the ball. Got poked out. Weatherly with a fast break. Gets the ball quickly underneath, left-handed layup. The basket for Guilford.
And they threaded the needle on that pass. There was 3 Salem defenders, and I think that was number 10. She just threw it right down to Weatherly, got the ball, and she just powered through and got that layup.
She just knew when the ball was coming to her.
Oh, she did.
Lewis up here at the top, dumps it on inside to Bush. Bush loses the handle, gets it popped back out. Guilford with the ball, pushes it down. Ramsey with the ball, passes it off to Drew. Drew passes it to Taylor, back to Drew on the wing. Dumps it on the inside. Quick shot, misses the iron. Rebound Salem. Severs pushing the ball down the court with urgency. Drives it in, left-handed layup. Oh, was called for a travel.
I think that play right there was a good, going back to defensively for Salem. They held him up. They couldn't find a hole. They couldn't find a shot, and they were forced to take, a low percentage. To keep doing. With 17 minutes to go, Quakers lead the Spirits 51-23.
That's right. Drew with the ball in. Passes it Weatherly up at the free throw line. Back to Drew for a three-point shot. Miss. Rebound. Taylor, couldn't keep her hand on it. Henderson, Severs running down the court. Long pass to Severs. Couldn't handle it. A lot of people flying around here trying to get the loose ball. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to stay here with Salem.
And again, right there, I think that's what Coach Money is just trying to cut out, where Henderson had the ball. It was a little bit rushed. If she just held it 2 or 3 seconds.
We go Bush with a quick shot on the inbounds pass, miss. And Lewis adamant about the foul called on her.
And that makes 4 fouls for the Spirits already with just 4 minutes.
Coming in here playing a little bit more intense. They want to get this ball game back.
And I totally agree with good intense play. They need to make sure those fouls are worth it, though. You know, it needs to be a good foul, not just a little reach in on a breakaway.
That's right. Ball inbound here to Taylor for Guilford. Passes it to Ramsey on the wing. Back up top to Drew. Some good rotation here by Guilford. Back over to Taylor. Taylor working the ball. Pass it across court to Ramsey. All the way straight back out to Drew. Drew driving the ball in. Gets double teamed. Kicks it to Ramsey, who drives it in to Weatherly. Back to Drew. Drew drives it in.
And you can definitely tell Drew wants to take that three-point shot. She's looking for it. She just hasn't quite found it. Tried to hit it a couple minutes ago.
It almost seemed like she felt like, all right, this is enough passing. Time to make a basket.
That's exactly what she said.
All right, Severs bringing the ball down the court. Passes it to Lewis. Lewis hanging out here at half court. Just slowing the pace down. We've got Bush up at the top. Dribbles it off the foot. Back out of bounds. Guilford ball.
And she had a good look there for a second. She had a little bit of a trying to break the ankles there, got her shaken up a little bit, and then just in the spin move on the way in, she just lost possession of the ball.
Looked like they were going for a give and go to Shepard, who would have been setting up a pick and got the ball wide open. Guilford's got the ball here. Ramsey passes it to Taylor inside to Weatherly, who loses the handle. Long outlet pass to Henderson, who's run down by Ramsey. Ball out of bounds.
And we saw right there on that possession by the Quakers, again, all 5 players touching the ball, dishing it up, dishing it in, throwing it back down on the key, all of it. And that's just the continuity that just playing with each other for a while, having the same coach, having the same game plan does.
Lewis with the ball, had to dive on the floor, lost the handle.
It was a timeout by the Spirits.
Good timeout. It looked like that play was just broken down. So it looks like there's a lot of jitters as we go into this timeout. We got a 30-second timeout here for Salem.
And I think Salem definitely, they just sort of, again, a little bit rough. For the Spirits.
Spirits are definitely feeling the urgency, and they're trying to get quick shots off. Right now, they're not really dropping, and they're losing a lot of handling, and I feel like the nerves is what we're starting to see here. A lot of heart, and they know that they've got to just really move the ball quickly to catch back up from this deficit. They haven't scored a basket yet in the entire half.
Nope, and that's 15 minutes, 55 seconds to go. Quakers lead the Spirits 51-23. Spirits already with 4 fouls in the second half. Quakers with none.
Looks like Salem's going to get the ball here on their side. Guilford setting up the defense.
And Donnie, even though we keep talking about the players, you know, for Coach Monet, she's got to be a little bit nervous as well, having her first, you know, she's coaching these players. This is her first season. She's just got to have some nerves as well.
That's right. She's still learning who these girls are and what they like to do, what they're really good at. And you only see them in practice, and then so far this is their 3rd game. So she's only seen them in a game time situation 3 times. Lewis with a hard basket on the inside. Looked like she got fouled, but played through it.
And that right there is just that drive under the basket. You got to be stronger than your opponent. Just want it.
Salem in a 2-3 zone here. Ramsey's getting the ball. Passes around to Taylor. Taylor over in the right corner. Turnover. Lewis gets the ball, pushing it down the court all by herself. Gets run into the back of her by Taylor. Falls to the ground. Foul on Taylor.
And the way the Quakers are passing when they get the ball down under the basket, it almost just looks like a soccer team where they don't have the ball for more than 1, maybe even 2 seconds. They get it, touch it for a second, and just throw it right off. And that's just all the Spirits' heads are just rolling back and forth, just trying to guard them, trying to play defense.
Yep, it's very decisive passing, like passing with a purpose.
Exactly.
Salem's got the ball. Seavers bringing it up top. Quick pass to Bush. To Shepard. Shepard underneath the basket. Quick shot. Was fouled. Missed the shot, but she's got a couple of free throws coming her way.
And we've seen the Spirits be more aggressive on the basket tonight. They have a purpose. I mean, I think you're saying pass with a purpose, be decisive. They are intentionally trying to just be a dominant force onto the basket. And here's the shot.
Off the back of the rim real hard.
And this is Shepard, the freshman guard, number 32. She lines up for her second shot. Here's the bounce.
Shot is up and swish. I really think Shepard wants to shoot the ball. She's one of the taller girls out here, and they really have her in this center position. Right now they're playing a 3-2 zone. She's trying to lock it down. Guilford really having a hard time penetrating this zone here. Ramsey over at the top passes it, dumps it on the inside. Number 23, quick shot in that soft spot. And Parker, you know that soft spot of a 2-3 zone is right there at the free throw line, and that's where she just sprung up. She said, here I am, got the ball, quick shot.
Yeah, we've seen 1 or 2 blocks tonight by the Quakers on the Spirits. But the Quakers they have probably their average height is probably 1, maybe 2, 3 inches taller than the Spirits. And we've seen that when they're in the paint, they'll just do a little jumper shot, and it's really unguardable for the Salem.
Oh, Henderson with a nice backdoor cut. Comes in Lewis with the shot. A little bit of a flop by a Guilford player. She's calling for an elbow, but...
And that was probably the prettiest play we've seen by Salem all night. Number 13, Lewis, the forward junior.
Guilford's got the ball back. Ramsey's up at the top of the key, passes it to left to Taylor, drives it in. Number 5, that's Lolis. That's Collins right there.
And we see the Quakers are subbing out all 5 players they're in right now for a whole new lineup. Weatherly goes to the bench.
Number 21, Clark, inbounds the ball underneath the basket. Quick to number 11, Amy Stiller, who lays up the right-handed shot. Missed, but there was a foul on the shot.
And real quickly here, we've already seen, since I last commented on it, the Quakers now have 3 fouls. Spirits with 6. 14 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Quakers lead the Spirits 51-28. Here's a free throw by the Quakers.
Stiller, first shot, made it.
And Hannah McBride, the freshman guard, comes in for Silvers for the Spirits. And I think this is her first look at the court tonight.
Stellar, second shot, makes both free throws. Free throws wins championships.
Oh, it does.
Inbound the ball here with Salem. Henderson's bringing the ball down the court. Looks like Seaver's going to take a breather right now. Henderson running the offense. Gets a pick from Lewis, drives it in on the right-hand side, lays it up. Lewis with the rebound. Looking for an outside shot, it looks like. Dumps it on the inside.
And Lewis is just becoming a dominant figure in this game so far. She's had some really good looks, some good takes under the basket, some free throws, and I think she's emerging. You know, I thought it was Bush the first half, and now we're starting to see a lot of her, and it's paying off.
Looks like she's really settling in and playing hard, and that's what they need to do to get back into this game. She's got some nice cuts just right there. A cut inside with a right-handed layup through the zone, gets a bump foul. She's got 2 shots coming up, Lewis.
And that looked like a football play. She was just weaving and wobbling right down through those defenders, and she had the shot up, got the foul, chance for the and one, but missed it. So here's the first shot for Lewis.
Makes it.
That's a perfect shot. That's great form, great execution.
And Parker, that's the importance of moving without the ball. Just because you don't have the ball doesn't mean you're still playing basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Second shot up, off the back of the rim, rebound for Guilford.
Yeah, Donnie, it's interesting you say that. That is true. That's almost in so many sports. It's hard to sometimes see it in basketball. But, you know, in soccer and obviously sports like football, it's just sometimes it's almost more important what you're doing off the ball than what you're doing with the ball.
That's right. Quakers with a right-handed layup miss with the rebound at number 52, Jordan Brown. She was fouled on the rebound, too. And she's smiling. She's enjoying herself out here tonight.
Yeah, Jordan Brown, the center. She's 5'11". From what I can see, the tallest girl on the court, and she didn't even have to jump to get that rebound. Hands up, and she got it for the and one. Here's the shot.
Nice made shot.
to three-point play. Substitution for the Spirits. Bush comes in for number 32, Shepard.
Lewis inbounds the ball here underneath the basket to Henderson, who's just bringing the ball down the court, setting up the offense, trying to bring with nice, easy pace, not a frantic one. Pick up top to Bush. Henderson looks it off. Pass to Bush, back to Henderson. Passes to Collins. Down into Lewis on the wing, drives it into the lane. A quick shot, a miss.
That was a great play by at all costs. Ended up with a foul, and I think it was a great substitution there by Coach Monet, because for the Quakers, Brown, number 52, she's just sort of dominating to put in number 22 for the Spirits, Bush, a sophomore who also looks to be around 5'11", 5'10", and I just saw the matchup there with them.
Had a quick foul on Lewis, and Shepard's coming in to take her place. We got a 1-and-1 with Stellar over here. Again, she made both of her free throws last time, and it looked decisively like a solid shot. Let's see if she's got it again. She made this third one in a row.
Yep. 13 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Quakers leading the Spirits 57-29. Quakers with 5 fouls, Spirits with 8.
Stella with the second shot up. And misses the free throw. And Parker, you've watched basketball games. When you tell people how many times they've made it in a row, they're going to miss the next one.
Oh, that's how it is. If I sit here and go, Henderson's having a great night, no turnovers, she's about to turn over the ball in 5 seconds. That's how
right.
it is.
Bush with a three-point shot outside. A little long rebound for the Quakers. Oh, Salem with some heavy defense over here. Passes it quickly to Stellar, who takes a shot over at the point. Rebounds. Quakers with a hard putbacks, just straight up by number 2, Miranda Martin.
I'm seeing a lot of quick plays from the Quakers tonight where, it's not necessarily
long pass to Haven, who gets her own rebound. It was a one-on-one fast break. Henderson chased her down. She missed the layup, but still got the rebound. You just got to keep your eye on the ball. She's just stuck with it and followed it all the way through.
12 minutes and 21 seconds now.
So Haven Walters at the free throw line. First shot. Bounces around and out. She drops the one knee trying to coax it in.
And as we mentioned before, Guilford has averaged 58.5 points per game. And as we speak, with 12 minutes to go, they are at 59.
Walters' second shot off the front of the rim now. So she missed both of her free throws. That's called a good foul. Henderson pushing the ball down the court. Around. There's a lot of Salem girls standing on their feet, and I see Quakers hitting the floor, reaching for the ball.
Yeah, you said it earlier, Donnie. It's who wants it most. And again, the Quakers came in here tonight, and I think they want this game. Home crowd in Greensboro, they're playing like they need it.
I think right now Salem's really feeling disheartened by the scoreboard as we got a block shot underneath. Quakers get the ball right back. Well, as I say that, Henderson laying out for a real hard defense.
That was going to be my next comment.
Yeah.
Right as you say, not a lot of Spirits on the ground. Henderson goes to the ground for a good ball. Not in her favor, unfortunately.
Quakers with the ball, working it on the inside. Quick shot underneath. Rebound. Basket again by Miranda Martin. It's just catching the ball in pace and then putting it right back up, and that's what they're doing a really good job at. Henderson's got the ball now for Salem. Dribbling around, passes it to Shepard. Takes her dribble, picks it up, passes it off to number 2, McBride. Nice little layup.
And that's Sabrina Shepard, 32, with the matchup with number 52, Jordan Brown, and we saw Shepard get the best of that one.
Right now we got a foul over here
I don't think you give these girls enough credit. They're playing out here. They're playing really hard. There's been a couple big hits, a couple trips up and just falling, and they get right back up. We haven't seen, except for the one Guilford play, not really much flopping, not much, complaining about what's going on other than just getting frustrated themselves, for maybe some of the shots they're missing. But here's a shot, and it looks like the Quakers are going to substitute all 5 players again. Weatherly's coming back into the game. Substitution.
So Weatherly's coming in for Miranda Martin, who's shooting free throws here. The miss. Ball goes out of bounds. Salem ball.
And again, this is probably not the start of the season that Salem would have liked to have. I think they're going to get some of those bugs fixed. I think they're going to get a little bit more confidence on the court, as well as just with the coach-team chemistry that you need, as well as player-to-player chemistry. We're starting to see, obviously, this is a much better half for Salem.
Ball passed down inside to number 21, Lolis, who shoots the shot, misses it. Rebound by the Quakers, who's driving it down the court. Ball up top here with Scott, who gets double teamed. Travels. Not pleased with that call.
And Henderson was all over her on that play. She was not going to give her even a second to step. And that was great defense by Salem.
I think Henderson is going to be the spark that gets Salem going again. Henderson with the ball, bringing it down the court, crossing half court. Met by Scott. Passes the ball off to Amos, who's got the ball. Weatherly guarding her, reaching her long arms in. Passes by her, spin, right-handed shot, miss. Ellis with the ball for Guilford. Pass it all the way down to Stiller. Weatherly in the middle. Henderson intercepts the pass all by herself. Easy left-handed layup and makes it.
I think you said it perfectly, Donnie. Henderson, she's got some fire to her step tonight. She's playing as hard as she can, and even being down 30 points right now, when she got that call for the travel, she was immediately excited. You can see her getting onto her teammates for the play.
Ellis with a baseline drive and an up and under shot. Henderson's got the ball now, bringing it down. Passes it to Lewis. Shot. Bank. Make.
The bank is open for the Salem right now.
That was Lolis, number 21. Guilford quickly gets the ball back down the court, sets up their offense. Pass to Ellis, who gets it blocked off by McBride. Quick outlet pass to Henderson. Right-handed layup. Another basket.
And that's 2 quick passes for Henderson. 8 minutes, 56 seconds to go. Quakers still leading the Spirits 64-37. We're starting to see this deficit get shut down a little bit.
It looks like Salem's starting to find those passing lanes and just getting in the way. Henderson goes up with Weatherly. Weatherly wide open in that zone. They just lost track of where she was.
And this is a different second half for Salem. I know they're still not going to be pleased with the final score. Give it the route that it's going right now. But Henderson she's been playing so much better. I've seen so much better from Lewis, number 13. She's not in the game currently, but just her drives. Oh, and there's a charging foul, but it was a great drive by Henderson off the glass for the 2.
Stellar's down there, down at the block, just waiting for her to come down. Giving up your body. Severs comes back into the game.
And we've seen Guilford's been a little bit out of their funk. They're not doing quite as good a passing as they were in the beginning of the game. Not swinging it like they should be. And there's another steal for Henderson.
Left-handed layup. I think they practiced on layups.
And that is her 3rd steal in a row. 6 points, back-to-back for Salem. 7 minutes to go, 66-34 as the Quakers still lead.
Weatherly up at the top with the ball. Passes it. Drive-in by number 23. Passes it back to Weatherly up top. Makes the basket.
And Weatherly, she's practically unguardable. I mean, really and truly, her height and her ability to jump they just get that to her right under the basket, and she's had no trouble whatsoever with shooting tonight.
Steller's got the ball, brings it down the court. Ellis passes it to Ellis. McBride playing really tight defense there. Passes it back to Steller, drives down the middle of the lane, right-handed layup, hits the bottom of the rim. Severs with the rebound, passes it off to Lolis. Back to Severs. Oh, she looked at a three-point, looked it off, came in for a layup. Very nice play, the pump fake.
And Salem has just gotten a spark all of a sudden. They are playing really good. Hannah McBride, the freshman, she's in the game right now, playing lights-out defense. Right there with the rebound as we speak, taking it down the court.
McBride pushing the ball. She was looking for the next pass instead of controlling the ball. Henderson with the rebound. Severs with the rebound right underneath, passes it to McBride. Weatherly back, commanding the boards with a fast break, a one-on-one fast break. Lolis and Steller. Lolis stops up at the free throw line. Easy shot, basket. Henderson bringing the ball down the court. Crossing half court. Met by Ellis around the three-point line. Severs trying to set up a pick. Passes on the inside to Bush. Bush looked at the shot. Didn't want it. Oh, wild pass. Sellers intercepts it. Right-handed layup. All the way down.
And we've seen some great looks tonight from Henderson, of course, with her 3 back-to-back breakaways. We've seen some great looks from Lewis as well as McBride.
Henderson drives of the defense and was fouled.
By Henderson, 3v1. Looks like we got timeout. But Donnie, I mean, Salem has just they've put on a new costume, put on a new outfit, and they're out here playing a lot differently. I mean, again, I don't think we can emphasize enough. I think we saw Quintacia Lewis, the junior forward, she was just playing lights out there right at the beginning, setting the tone for this half, saying, hey, I know we started off bad, but let's get our act together. And then the same with Hannah McBride playing defense, where she had a steal, assisted one of the fast breaks for Henderson, as well as just strong defense, making them have to take shots that are at least contested, because in the first half, we saw a lot of shots that just simply were not contested. They were just open twos, open threes even.
That's right. Henderson, Lewis, and McBride have just kind of brought an intensity to the Salem team here in the second half. I think what they quit doing was look at the scoreboard, and they're playing for the next basket. Just playing basketball, not worrying about the score, and just loosening up a little bit. Really, Henderson is finding those passing lanes and just getting in the middle of what Guilford's trying to do.
And Henderson, Zakiya being a guard and a senior, you can definitely tell the leadership that she has on this, respect that she demands from her teammates, where you see her, and even with Weatherly, she's making these open shots, and you see Henderson start clapping her hands. You can even see her mouth like, come on, guys, let's get the game, let's get our heads in the game. And I think this being her last season here, of course, as a senior, I think it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, her being a leader, because she's definitely filled those shoes, even just with the first game, with 5 minutes left to go here.
That's definitely right. Off the back of the rim, gets her second shot.
You can tell she's a little frustrated with that. Slapping her side. 5 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Quakers lead the Spirits 72-41.
Shot is up off the back of the rim. Quaker rebound. Quickly to Taylor, and defense is swarming around her. Guilford finally makes it back onto their side of the court. Scott with the ball, looking for the inlet pass. Passing it around to Ramsey. Ramsey drives the baseline. Right-handed shot. Made it.
And with Ramsey, Patia, as well as Brown, they're all 5'11", 5'11", 5'10". You just see sort of a dominating height advantage for the Quakers that, I mean, you can be skilled, but that's kind of hard to play around.
That's right.
Which, Donnie, funny enough, I'm sure I was reading an article the other day about the Kentucky Wildcats, right now the #1 team in men's college basketball.
Yeah, they are very good.
And their average height over one of the starting lineups that Cal Poly put in the game was taller than every single NBA team but one, that's hard to wrap your mind around for a college Division I men's basketball team even then, you know?
As anybody who's ever listened to anything that we've done here with Triad Sports Coverage knows, I'm a very big Kentucky fan, and I could talk to you for hours. Right now, Salem's got the ball. Lewis with the shot at the top of the key, misses it, rebound by Guilford, pushing it back down the court to Scott, who's met with a double team, and Henderson just with solid defense, pass on the inside to Ramsey, and a quick pass to Jordan Brown, who was fouled, hit the ground. Looks like she's going to get 2 shots.
Which, talking about Kentucky, they do have, you've heard of that platoon style they're doing where the coach will just sub the entire team in and out. And we've honestly seen Coach Flamini do that a couple times tonight where she just completely subs the entire team.
And they're not subs. They're reinforcements.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Calipari's he's very intentional on the wordage that he has there.
Yeah, the sub does have somewhat of a demeanoring term, but she's saying, hey, we got 11, 10 starters who could play at any point in the game, and we're gonna switch them all out. Let me say.
That's right. Jordan Brown with her second free throw. Shot is up. Basket is good. Sievers now with Salem bringing the ball down the court. Looks at Lewis, calls out the play. Lewis posting up in the middle of the key. Drives it in, left-handed side, shoots it up. Got fouled. She gets 2 shots.
And you see right there immediately, with her only being in the game for a short time, already she's gone in, made her presence known under it. And she didn't make the shot, but she's got 2 free throws right here, and you can capitalize on those.
She's getting the ball with kind of rattle around a little bit, and I'm sure the second one, as she settles down into her free throw shot, is going to fall right in for her.
And, of course, as you say that, second one's a miss. 4 minutes, 23 seconds to go.
Long pass to Ramsey down here with Guilford on their side of the court now. Scott being heavily guarded by Henderson. She's just denying her the ball the whole time. Passes in. Right now it's a skirmish to the ball. McBride with the rebound, pushing it down the court. Passes it to Lewis. It's a little wide. Lewis gets the ball, saves it from going out of bounds. Sievers to McBride. In the middle, throws up the shot, gets fouled by Jordan Brown.
It was actually a traveling call. I saw the foul too, and then the ref on the side traveling.
It's a foul to basketball then. All right, well now with the turnover, Scott's bringing down the ball for Guilford here with 3:50 left in the game. Ramsey with the ball up at the top of the key, drops it into Jordan Brown. Jordan Brown just drives it in, just lays it up, misses, rebound Guilford. Foul and a basket.
And right there, number 23, Katia, for the Quakers. I mean, she just dominated. Her head's up there at the rim. She's jumping around, catching her own rebound, and throwing it up for a second look. And that's with 3 minutes, 41 seconds to go. She has 2 shots. One for the and one.
For the and one. She's a real long, lanky player. She's 5'11", so getting up there and getting those rebounds are a little bit easier for her. McBride with a good box out and a rebound around Jordan Brown. Pushes the ball back up the court. McBride deciding that she is going to take the team on her back. Gets fouled in the act.
And this game's starting to get a little bit sloppy here, where we're not seeing as much team play, especially from the Quakers like they had been at the beginning, as well as Salem, where it's honestly just one man running in, see if they can get fouled, and they are. Both teams with, Spirits with 10 fouls, and the Quakers with 9.
McBride makes her first free throw. It seems, I don't know if they're highly contested shots because they're getting fouled, or if they're luckily getting fouled with these high contested shots, but that's what's really kind of been their saving grace right here the past couple of minutes.
Agreed.
McBride with her second shot. Up, bounces off the side of the rim, rebound to Jordan Brown, passes it to Scott, who's crossed the half-court line, bringing the ball down the court. Passes it inside to Guilford, shot was up, foul on McBride.
And that was a very good contest by McBride, where it looked, from my angle, it looked like she got a good swat. She knocked the ball out, but she may have gotten some hand in there too. And again, we cannot emphasize enough, she's capitalizing on these defensive moments. And again, scoreboard doesn't show it, but I really think Salem's had a good second half here.
Oh, much better, yes. First shot is up, rattles around, drops in. It's Katia's second shot. Up. Hits the front of the rim, bounces out. McBride with the rebound. Loses the handle a little bit, but collects herself, brings the ball down the court. Passes the ball to Severs. Severs back into Shepard, who drives it in, gets blocked by Jordan Brown.
And Salem has Alicia Rector in, number 14, a sophomore. This is the first I think we've seen of her tonight. Not very much action for her.
Severs inbounds the ball to Henderson off the side of the rim with Shepard with the rebound. Scott brings the ball down the court for Guilford. Oh, Henderson with a nice contested defensive pass. Passes in to Haven Walters, who makes the underneath basket layup. Henderson pushing the ball down the court with 2 minutes left, 85-45. Henderson handling the ball up at the top. Passes it off to Shepard, who squares up, shoots, air ball. But McBride is there to get the ball on the court, just laying out for the ball.
And Donnie, again, I don't know that we can emphasize it enough. It's hard to see, just from listening, but Henderson, even right there, with being 85-45, down 40 points, she had the chance to steal the ball, and she just barely missed it. And you see her just clapping her hands, yelling at herself, come on, come on, come on. And, I mean, that's exactly what Coach Monet wants, I think, in this situation, where they're playing, probably a higher-ranked team away, first game of the season, and yet she is still out there, and she is not going to quit until that buzzer goes off, no matter what the score is, no matter what the play is, whatever disadvantages they may even have against them. You see her playing, just constantly just wanting everything she can out of her teammates and herself, more importantly.
Yeah, her athleticism and just resilience to find those passing lanes and get her hands in there and just push the ball towards her basket instead of just popping it up allows them to really has really allowed her to take over for Salem here in this second half.
And again, as that senior, I see her just leading a lot, and I could see maybe even someone like Lewis being a junior stepping into those shoes this season, almost maybe being mentored.
Pass to Martin, back to Walters, passes it into the middle to number 14, Alex Payne, kicks it back out to Miranda, back to Payne, up at the three-point line. Haven Walter with a three-point shot off the front of the rim. Rebound by Caitlin Clark. Lost the handle, ball goes out of bounds off of Salem.
And that was a great standoff for Salem, getting it all the way down the shot clock to 5. She takes the shot, and just an unlucky bounce off the rim back into.
Now they're hanging out. All of these passes are outside the three-point line to Payne.
We are now under 1 minute with 52 seconds to go.
Over to Walters to Clark. Underneath Miranda Martin with an underneath basket shot. They just waited, took their time in the shot clock. Made an easy shot. Travel over here on Salem off of Rector. She just picked up her dribble. Severs wasn't where she thought she should be at the right time.
And the Winston-Salem native, Miranda Martin, sophomore, she just powered right into that last play.
Quick inbounds to Scott from Walters, and who's there but Henderson just reaches in as she's really strutting back. Proud of herself.
You see that right there. Again, 87-47, down 40 points, and she is proud that she got that.
With a right hand off the side of the rim, 31.7 seconds left, 87-47. Quakers.
Now both teams with 10 fouls. McBride with a almost incredibly acrobatic shot there, just sort of lobbed it up and it hit the rim.
Receiver still playing hard defense. Salem's going to play to the buzzer. And you have to...
And that wraps it up. Quakers beat the Spirits 89-49 here in Greensboro, North Carolina tonight.
All right, well, let's take a quick break real quick, and we'll regroup, and hopefully Mike will come back on and give us some of his wisdom and insight.
Is your business going to die alone? Never meet the customers of its dreams? Just sit on the couch crying into a carton of ice cream while other businesses are out there thriving? New Expression can help. Without the right marketing, you're a wallflower. Without a great website, you're not going to turn heads. And without social media, you don't even have a friend to tell people what a great personality you have. New Expression can give your business a total brand makeover and get you out there, attracting customers. It used to be about who had the biggest ad in the phone book. Today, customers hit the web to locate and research before they call. If Google isn't steering customers to your site or they're not impressed by what they see, you're missing out. New Expression does web design and can provide a free analysis to see how your site stacks up against the competition. Don't have time to constantly update social media? Want cool custom apps and graphics? New Expression can help there too. From print design to mobile marketing to online presence to brand identity, New Expression can help you express yourself. Find out more at nuexpression.com.
You're on.
Now we're live at courtside with Coach Mooney from Salem College. The game tonight, I listened to both you guys. You kind of gelled there and did a great job of bringing some good action. Hopefully the folks out in the listening land really appreciate what you guys have done, and they've listened, tuned in. I know the